Hello, and welcome back to the Cove with more EU4 Russia. So we've done a pretty good job increasing the size of our subjects of late, and we now span from coast to coast, which is a beautiful sight to see. But in these endeavors, we are yet to have a win against the Ottomans. So we're going to keep working towards that objective. I was thinking we could have possibly taken them on, but I have noticed that they're now up a tack, and that is not ideal for us. What we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and spend a little bit of time just making sure that we have everything possible. So the first thing we're going to do is pick up tech and our idea so we can man an extra 33% on our current army, which I think would be very good. So with that in mind, let's go ahead and bring our armies back into our lands just so that we are in a nice and healthy position. Now, we do currently have about 200,000 men on their border, which would give us a good amount to go toe-to-toe, but we do want a little bit more, especially knowing how bad things can be with them. So, what we're going to do instead, at the moment, we're going to focus on a few other little things and just spend a little bit of time waiting to accrue some more military power. So, one of those things that we can do is we have a third rival option, being Shun, which I think is pretty good. We outnumber them nice and easily, but at some point we'll go to war with them. Now we can start doing some things that they will not enjoy, like embargoing them, which will help increase our power projection, which is an important thing for us to do. So, since we're done with Lithuania, let's go ahead and bring our ally back. We'll fabricate a claim on their final province. We'll take that at some later date, but it's really not that much of a big deal. In fact, do we care about them? No, we're not going to bother. So I think that will be fine. We'll recall them, and we're going to go ahead and make sure that we have now embargoed some of our rivals. So one of them being France, which I cannot believe we did not embargo many years ago. They've been growing awfully strong, and a little bit of that would have helped hurt them economically. Not that much, but it is the thought that counts. Now we can also embargo these guys here, which I think is also good. So that has now brought our power projection up over 50, which now means we get a free power of each type, which I'm very happy with. Alright, so since we can't do anything over in the west, let's go over to the east, and I think we're going to go ahead and try and fight Japan. However, it seems, yes, Japan is losing a war against the Guangzhou, so we're going to instead fight them, and hopefully they'll peace out the war against Japan. We'll have already made enough gain that we can take this land from them too. If we go ahead and declare war, we already have two claims that we may take, but I think instead we'll just go with our holy war. We should be able to fight them nice and easily, so that is the plan. We also do have a little bit of fire network against our rivals, so let's go ahead and see is there anything we can do to them before we start focusing our attention elsewhere. Stealing maps. Any maps worth stealing? And Indonesia, Malaya, Mexico, Mississippi. Oh, we can go for Mongolia for a single province. Okay, so we'll keep Mongolia in mind. Do we get anything better than a single province? No, but you know what? We may as well. Saves us a little bit of time if we do have to head down into that region. Okay, so what we're going to do is, we're now going to go ahead and declare war, unless there's anything else we wanted to do. We can wait till the new year for the tech. That's not a big deal for us. We'll wait a little bit longer on the military power. Actually, we'll go ahead and we'll take the tech before we take the idea, so we can start upgrading some of our two star forts on the border, give us the best fighting chance against the Ottomans. With that, what else have we got? We have great projects. Yes, that's right. There was one that I was looking at between videos, and I think we have slept on it a little bit. we have Malbrook Castle, which will give extra 10% garrison size for Prussia. Now, as they are a march, they already get a lot of extra defensiveness, looking at 60%, and so to increase their garrison will make it even harder for them to take things. So I think for 1,000 ducats, I'm going to go ahead and pick that up. Let's also see about maybe building a few buildings. We have a little bit of cash to go around. Let's check out our trade. Let's say Novgorod and Nizhny Novgorod are both pretty impressive numbers. Let's also go for... what do we want? We want manufactories? Yes, we want manufactories. 0.5 is pretty solid. And was there anything else we want? 0.21 is pretty decent. And we can't quite get those basilicas. That is in a couple of months. So I think that should probably do us. Manpower? You know what? Cool. Let's go ahead and sink a little bit of money into that. That will never go astray. We can never have too much manpower. Alright, so now that we've got everything sorted, we're not forgetting anything, let's go ahead and declare our war. And the best thing is, it appears like they have made a bit of a mistake. 21,000 men right beside our 26,000. This should be fine. They're going to have cannons in their front row. Let's go ahead and attack. We have a pretty solid general, I think. 2550. No, let's pull across one of our other generals. A 343. Yeah, that seems like a good call. And I think with these two, we will run them around and take them on there. Now, these are not an entire pushover. 46,000 men is fairly solid. If they can bring themselves to fight, they will, yeah, they could potentially take out one of our smaller stacks. But we'll just keep a bit of an eye on this. Alright, House Huiski. We have local unrest reduction, missionary strength and autonomy change. That's fine. And a 441. Huh. Peter. Okay, well, you know what? The succession is safe. I think that's fairly alright. We would prefer a little bit in the military, but it should be fine. And a 462, that is a very nice woman to marry. So, let's go ahead and keep a bit of an eye on what's going on here. Ooh, education for the poor. Innovativeness. I feel like we can go ahead and do that. It will upset the patriarchs just a slight bit. Their influence will drop. We don't care about that. A little bit of unrest should go... yeah, that won't be an issue. We'll be fine. Our religious unity will certainly hold up to that. And, oh, there is 25,000 men. Let's back on up. Let's make sure that we don't get caught out too much. Let's throw a general on there just to make sure that they're moving quickly. And see what we can do. Alright, so extra admin power, morale of armies for 20%. For prestige. Well, I'm going to go with the admin. So let's take that. Oh, and there... oh, we can't get out of there in time. Alright, let's see if we can... we'll try... can we scorch earth? You can only scorch provinces you control or that are owned by enemies. Well, that sucks. Can we bail? Turns out we cannot. Let's... yeah, this is one of the potential dangers we mentioned we could come across. Let's see. Forcing march. That will cost us a little bit of military power, but I think it's worthwhile. Let's see. Who is the closest? 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, we're gonna try and save the smaller stack. It's unlikely they don't even have a general. But we do have... no, we don't even have a tech advantage. Okay, well, this is going to be bad. Hopefully this is where a little bit of east and west tech groups changing could be useful. Alright, you know what? That will do. Let's bring them over here. and unify these two units. Unfortunately, yeah, that's a full stack wipe. There's not much we could do about that. That's a pretty dodgy situation for us. 38,000 men should be enough if we can take them out. Yeah, and where are they moving to? Barg? You know what? Let's take the fight. This is in steps. They have 16 in the front and 6 cannons. Yeah, we'll have a full row and more cannons. Yeah, I think we can take them. And in fact, this could be a pretty good one. It is fairly even terrain. Yeah, we're just crushing them. Oh, yeah. And there's a stack wipe for you. Let's go ahead and chase down the remnants of their army. Conversions happening still, which is always nice. Yeah, there we go. Serves you right. You shouldn't have chased down our smaller people. Doesn't feel too good. So, let's go ahead and... where are their forts? I suppose it's probably around there, so let's see if we can chase them back to where they're retreating. Oh, and they're going down. Okay. Let's see if we can find them. Again, if we can catch them with minimal morale, that is always the best for us. Excellent. 700 men for about 10,000. That is a very nice trade. So with that in mind, let's go ahead and chase down this Squiddle 2 stack. They're not going to get very far. They're trapped by our forts, but it is extra war score for us. That is what we want, and we even gained a trait for our general. Extra 33% reinforced speed is rather nice, and we also now have ticking war score. Alright, so with that in mind, let's see. A level 1 fort. Let's go ahead and bring our cannons. In fact, let's just leave our cavalry behind and maybe a half our stack of regular infantry, just in case they do have another... no. If they do have another small amount of men. Have 2,000 at the moment, but given a month that they'll probably catch on up. So, what do we want to do then? Oh, we can actually afford tech. Oh, wait, no. 459, 470. Yes, we can. Alright, let's go ahead and pick up all of those. No point being behind time on technology. And you know what? I think we'll even go so far as to improve our troops. They only have 2,000 men. They're not going to be able to do much. Saxon infantry is the way we will go. And what else can we now do? Oh, we can afford fancier forts. Okay, so we're going to back on up from out here for a second. And we're going to get ready for our fort defenses against the Ottomans. We have got the mountains here. Let's go ahead and upgrade this bastion to a star fort. 190 is affordable. I'm going to do the same thing here in the steppes. Not because it's wonderful terrain, but it is an important bottleneck. And then where else should we go? Marsh? Yes, that's defensive land, so let's go ahead and do that too. Alright, I think that's pretty good. Yes, I think that is about as much as we can ask for now. So let's quickly head on back and see what we can do. Yeah, we'll go ahead and take back our province. Oh, the fort does that for us. Alright, well... let's start running... where are you heading? Barrag. Let's go ahead and chuck a leader on you. There we go, we have that other general who clearly escaped from the previous back wipe for us. Trade efficiency goes down. That's a little sad, but we have plenty of money to spare. Oh, it's also... see... oh yeah, we have autonomy. No, we'll save that for after this as well. We can manage that. Oh, and Japan seems to have fielded more troops. We're feeling a little bit more confident now that we've taken out the army on the mainland here. Alright, well, the more you know. Let's keep on hunting them down. Yeah, a couple of tender ones. That is always nice for us. They're not going to be able to reinforce. We don't even need that many men. You'll head up here. And with any luck, our maneuver should catch them out. Ooh. There's a few more of them than I thought they were going to have. Okay, well, the good news is we have better troops. And we have gained core provinces. Okay, well that is good. Let's go ahead and when our missionaries finish, we'll do something there. Can we do anything else? I think we'll hold off for now. Oh, and we got the capital, Xinjiang, I think. I don't know. It'll do. And let's see if we know where their next fort is. I think it's somewhere in this area, so we'll bring them over there. These guys are heading back down here. We'll try and chase them back down again if we can. Well and truly worth it. Single stack. Sure. If we can avoid any enemy besiegings, that is always good. So that will do. More people are coming to the faith as well, so now we can get rid of our final bits of overextension. Yeah, and these guys are working really hard to amass an army. So let's go ahead and let's see if we can get them in Caution. That should do. That is nice. We'll bring you guys back up over here. You guys can... Yeah, we'll head all the way over to the east and see if we can catch them at the coast. Alright. Cede Finnmark to Russia. Norway's opinion decreases. Renounce the claim, so we lose our core. Oh, sorry, we lose our claim on Finnmark. More prestige. Okay, let's go ahead and see what we've... Yeah, so this is part of Norway. We're annexed them. Honestly, we can keep... Yeah, we'll lose our claim. There's really no need to make them upset, nor have anything, because that will be ours rightfully in just a couple of months, I am sure. Yeah, that's pretty good. Alright, so now what we've got to do is 3,000. Yeah, there's not much going on. Okay, excellent. And we did manage to catch their army at the coast. So with that in mind, let's go ahead and start sieging down all of their land. We'll break down into little 2 stacks. I don't think they really have the manpower. So we'll keep 1 where we are. 2, 3. Slowly cycling our way through every province that we get to have. And we even have Tibet joining us in the war, which is very good to see that they are loyal. Yeah, they're now down to 45% Liberty Desire. They're now mostly Orthodox, which is nice. Excellent. Alright, well that is good to see. An extra couple of men fighting in the field for us is always good to see. Alright. Now just increasing our occupations. We have a peace agreement coming our way. Yeah, it turns out they should have peaced out and while they could, but I guess the hindsight is 2020. Alright, let's bring these 3 up onto the next little section. That should be fine. Yeah, Japan's going to be able to keep their land, so I suppose we'll just beat these guys up for a little bit of money and then turn our attention to Japan afterwards. Good news is they'll have some troops that we can squash, so we should be able to get our show of superiority. Walachia's opinion or Diplo power. Let's go Diplo. No reason not to. And I think this is going to be a fairly successful war, even if we're not taking all that much from them that we possibly could. Alright, let's go 1 here, 2 here, and 3. We'll go with you 2, 1 here and 1 there. This is going to be quite devastating. In fact, let's bring these guys up here. They've only got... Oh, they do have a couple of regiments in the back line. Could outnumber us. But I think we'll just chill on the province below. We'll occupy most of their land, and then we'll go in and crush whatever is left, which is going to be absolutely devastating to their economy. Because if we crush their army and they don't have any manpower, it's going to be in a bit of a bad way. Alright, we'll also take that 10-1, make sure that our fights are as easy as possible. not because we particularly care, but because we just dislike them that much. Alright, let's bring in the remainder. You know what, we'll go here, and we'll set the rest to regroup up over there. I think that should be fine. That will be a full occupation, as well as getting ready to reinforce. Oh, and... oh, looks like Crimea is ready to attack for us. So you know what, since that's the case, let's go in and make sure that we win it resoundingly. There is no point in wasting any manpower when we know we're going to have a large battle coming up in the future. Alright, I think that's going pretty good. Yeah, there we are. That is nice. Alright, so you know what? That's probably good enough. We'll wait till we get those last two occupations. One province isn't going to make any matter of difference. So let's see about suing for peace. We will certainly take our claim. We may need to go... have a permanent claim there. What do we need? Let's go... fix up our borders. We'll get the rest of the coast when we fight Japan. We still need... where is that land? Let's see. Hanhala. That's Ilan Hanhala. Whereabouts are we looking? We need... surely it's somewhere around here, or am I just not seeing it? Oh no, that is the one. Okay, so it turns out that I... oh, right, never mind. I'm misreading that. That's not an H, that's an I and an L. Yep, okay. Well, we'll pick that up. Give us a nice solid border against them. Let's go ahead and steal all your money because we want it. Heck, I'd even go so far as take a little bit less money, but take war reparations and just guarantee that we can get the most out of it. Yeah, 100% I think is pretty good. So let's go ahead and set those demands. Nicely done for us. And now we can regroup all of our men, and I think we'll aim for our land here. Keep that 28 stack away from the coast. That way, if we do go to war with Japan, we can take what we want. Right, let's also go ahead and start converting some of this. It's not going to take us very long, but it will certainly help with the happiness of people. Yeah, and, oh, we even have some Catholic. I suppose this is back over in Europe way. Because I'm pretty sure it's not all the way out here. Oh, and we did lose our icon. Alright, well the question is, what do we want to do? Do we go for manpower recovery and discipline? I think that's what we're going to do. Yeah. We're going to be moving into a big war. We want the extra bit of discipline. So let's go ahead and select that. Make sure we're getting the most out of what we're having available. Great projects can also be upgraded. Yes, we can, but I think we'll go and spend it on some buildings instead. Trade depots, anything particularly nice? Yeah, sure. Stockholm. You know what? We can do a level 3 center of trade, and I think that's worthwhile. It's always good for that institution spread and whatnot, so let's go ahead and see. Do we go for Pskov? That does normally give us... what is institution-wise, what would we get? Nothing too much. Inserved peasants is apparently minus 10%. That's interesting. I wonder how we got that. Alright, so let's go... we could go Stockholm, but I think we'll give it to the most amount of surrounding provinces. If we go Riga, we'll get all of this. We'll probably get that too, although here would be, what's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 7. That's not bad. You know what? Yeah, Raval is going to be our first level 3 center of trade. I think that it will get us through our nation a little bit quicker. We're going to go ahead and promote that. and that will go very nicely. So, with that in mind, yeah, let's go ahead and... Oh no, not revolutions, rebellion, not really too concerned. Let's also pour all of the land. In fact, we've taken on a little bit of extra overextension than what I was anticipating. We're beginning to grow fairly rapidly, which is nice. Oh, we also do need to turn off Forced March. We don't want to be wasting any military power. More separatists. Russia can handle them more than comfortably. They have 30,000 strong. Oh, that's wonderful. In fact, let's see. Can we give them any extra bonuses? We did the enable subsidized armies. Oh, sorry. We did send officers. Subsidized armies would be 10% manpower. Do they really hurt that? I don't think they do, but we'll think about it in the future. We could go ahead and placate them or anything, but that's, yeah, nothing worthwhile there. What about Tibet? Tibet, let's go and... Force religion, but apparently they are not the right faith. Maybe they had rebels and broke back to whatever they were originally... Yeah, so it seems, yeah. It seems that that is the case. That's not too bad. We'll go ahead and fix that up at some point. These rebels are, yeah, the particularists. If we can station an army, we can do it. But I suppose it's not really worth it until then. So in the meantime, let's just bring our men forwards and get ready to take on Japan. Alright, boys, military power or prestige. We can take the prestige hit nice and comfortably. We have a very solid ability to make more, especially when we go to war. Alright, admin power, thank you very kindly. And you know what? I think... Oh, great expectation. Let's see. Navy tradition or prestige and autonomy in Novgorod. You know what? We'll take the autonomy. Yeah, no special favors. We'll take the autonomy, and then we're just going to go right ahead and turn around and remove 10 of that. That will do nicely. Yeah, I think that's what we'll do. Oh, and you know what? We should probably promote some culture here. We'll go with Astrakani. That's 5% of our land right now. We may as well use our Diplo power somewhat usefully, get a little bit more out of our nation. And I suppose 4% is viable. We'll keep one just in case we pick up a monument that we really want to use. But I think that should do us nicely. Let's also go ahead and, yeah, go ahead and pick up a couple more forts. Why not? We're already rich enough to afford a few. So let's see. We have you being upgraded, you being not upgraded. We have this one, but this is our backup position. Let's go. Yeah, we'll make sure that we get that one, just because I think that that will be useful. Same with this one. Make sure that they can't squeeze into our lands too easily. Promoted you, we're going to promote you, and I think 6 of one, half a dozen the other, so we'll take the first one. Make sure that we have as much time to react as possible. And do we go... Yeah, we'll go here into Delano as well. That's a fairly good fort. Or do we go ahead and upgrade St. Petersburg? Probably should upgrade St. Petersburg. Fort level 1, that's fairly horrific. In fact, there's no fort there at all. Huh. Alright, well, either way, maybe not right now. Well, as long as we have something else protecting it, like Novgorod, I think that could be fine. We'll go ahead and make sure that there is at least a defensive perimeter around our capital. And I think that should be all for today. Yes. We'll stop here. We'll make sure that we have our armies nice and set. We have a pretty good ability, a good number of men. We should be able to jump on these guys and make some good progress. Yeah, in fact, yeah. Either way, we'll deal with it all in the next one. So if you do want to keep seeing these series, be sure to hit that subscribe button, and I will see you next time. So until then, thank you for tuning into the Leviathan Co. This is the Leviathan, signing out.